Okay, so this is like 2 hours after I got the procedure done. I am currently cooking lunch. I'm going to eat some collards because you're supposed to eat like lots of leafy greens when you get PRP. It boosts the effectiveness apparently. And you can see this is what we are looking like. We ended up using, this side doesn't seem as bad as this side. They have two different options for like the actual microneedling. They have like the skin pin, which I've had so many times when I've gotten regular microneedling. This was more of like a gun version. It's kind of like a tattoo gun and it goes a lot deeper. So that's what we chose because I do have that scarring on this side especially. So yeah, still red. My face feels super, super tight. Not super itchy, but a little bit itchy. Like I definitely couldn't like make a very wide face right now. I feel like my face would crack. But overall, you know, feeling pretty okay. So it's currently 8 p.m. same day that I got the PRP microneedling session. My face is still very red, very, very tight, starting to get a little itchy. This is my least favorite part of any healing process for like skin treatments. It kind of feels like if you've ever had a pretty serious professional facial peel, this kind of feels like what your skin feels like when it feels so tight, like you've put a layer of glue on there and it's like tightened and hardened. So it gets a little itchy, a little irritable. I hate that feeling because I have OCD, and so like the feeling of like that constriction really does start to get to me. So I'm like, ugh, it's just like, ugh, like even that, can't do that. It hurt pretty bad. I don't like it at all, but I'm hoping that will kind of go down by tomorrow. It kind of looks like I have little red freckles, which is kind of cute. You aren't supposed to wash your face, definitely not right after. You're supposed to leave because they basically, you know, rub the remaining plasma kind of all over your face, and you have those little micro channels all over your face and you want them to obviously suck in. So you really shouldn't be touching your face, doing anything to your face, adding anything to your face, washing your face, definitely not. I'll just leave the stuff on overnight. But I am gonna go in with this Skin Smart spray. This is a hypochlorous acid spray. It's naturally in your body, like what the white blood cells are making. This is a dupe of the very famous Tower 28 SOS spray. It's calming, soothing, totally fine for sensitive skin, reactive skin, obviously things I'm going through right now, and also like an antimicrobial, but it doesn't kill the good bacteria on your skin. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this, I think, to hopefully kind of calm and soothe the redness. Smells like pool water every time. Okay, I did the spray, and now I'm gonna go in with my favorite hydrating toner. This is a K-Beauty brand called Dear Claire's with a K. I'm obsessed with this toner. I buy it all the time. As you can see, it's literally like the bottom of the barrel right now. And I actually just had to order more today so I wouldn't run out, because this is desperately what I need right now. Obviously, you're not supposed to put on anything that's like has any active ingredients or anything that's going to irritate the super sensitive skin. There's no alcohol, it's pH balanced, it's oil free, it doesn't have any kind of like acids or anything like that in it. It's just a soothing, hydrating toner. So we're going to put a very sturdy amount of that on. Oh my God. So I'm gonna relax and then get some healing sleep. And then I will check in with you guys tomorrow to give you like a second day update, just so you can see where I will be tomorrow. Good night. Okay guys, good morning, day 2. This is like 24 hours after I had the PRP microneedling session. Honestly, I'm still pretty red. Some people seem to heal a little bit quicker afterwards, or maybe they use the more shallow microneedling with the pen version. Ooh. But the texture looks phenomenal. Part of it could be that it's still swollen a little bit, but I mean, if the redness goes away and it looks like this, I will be completely happy. I did wake up with a couple, like some little scattered like whiteheads, and I was like panic because, you know, if you have like active acne, it can spread it around with microneedling, which you really do have to be careful of because obviously you don't want that. So I like panicked because there were like, I had like this cystic bump there, and there was like a couple over here that we tried to like avoid for the most part because of that and do them last. But I looked it up, and I don't know if you can even see because they're so small. Oh, there's one, like little teeny tiny, like one right there. They're just kind of scattered out, and I did have some more over here too, and I did have one up there, but I think it's gone away now. Anyway, I did look that up, and it is totally normal afterwards to have like little white bumps if you have more oily skin or acne prone skin, because your face will kind of like purge a little. So I was like, okay, fine. I just used my Skin Smart spray this morning, like the antimicrobial, to kind of like take that away, and did my normal hydrating K-Beauty toner that I showed you last night. And then in conjunction with that, this morning I did go in with a moisturizer, but a very, very small amount of the Augustinus Bader Soothing Cream, because it's meant for a very irritable, sensitive skin, which is obviously what I have right now, and I love this stuff. And I just did a light layer. I am not doing makeup. Some places say 24 hours. Some places say 48 hours, some places say 72 hours. So I'm just gonna go without it, I feel like, for 72. I just don't think, like, the way my skin feels right now, it still feels really tight, it feels really dry, it feels really irritated. I obviously have like those little tiny bumps everywhere, and I just don't wanna irritate it further. And I also don't wanna have to scrub my makeup off later. So I'm just gonna go makeup free. But I am going to use sunscreen because it is a must. Sunscreen is the only thing that I'm going to be putting on after my skincare for the next couple of days. You guys know my favorite one is the Color Science one. Classic Sunforgettable in the SPF 50. I have used this for years. It is my tried and true. It's a 50, it's all mineral, so there's no chemical sunscreen, and my skin just does better with that, honestly. Another good benefit of this one is that it does have this like kind of peachy color correcting tone to it. It's not like a tinted moisturizer. It isn't their CC like color correcting ones, but it does have like a slight peachy tint. So it kind of tends to even things out a little bit. So hopefully it'll kind of help a little bit, so I'm not scaring people. So we're just gonna put this. This is how I do it. I don't know how everyone else does it, but you're supposed to use like 3 fingers long, so I kind of measured that out, but just pour it on my face. And then I do the K-Beauty trick of tapping my sunscreen in, not rubbing it. And especially after this, I think is completely necessary because my face literally aches. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like those little red freckles. So cute. Oh, I think I'm gonna need more for my neck. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys in here like what a big difference that made with just my sunscreen. I freaking love sunscreen, especially the ones with that peachy kind of color to it. So that's literally the only thing I have on now, and it obviously it's not like makeup, so you're still gonna see, like, you can still see obviously that I've had something done. You can still see all the little red prick marks, and my skin still looks aggravated, but it is so much more neutral. Like, it just kind of toned down the bright beet red pink. So yeah, love that stuff. It's definitely like my hero product. It's 48 hours after the PRP microneedling. It's very early in the morning. My cat would not let me sleep, so here we are checking in. My face upon waking it didn't feel as irritated, but after, you know, coming alive and having a sip of coffee, it feels like sandpaper. And I think that's pretty much on track. It feels so dry, like the Sahara dry. So it's still a little bit red. I still have like little bruising spots, like little pinpoint marks where we went really deep. Now you're starting to see like my normal coloring because like the redness is going. So like my hyperpigmentation that was there is already starting to peek through. That eventually will go away. But it's starting to peek through again. Yeah. Basically all the stuff that's going to eventually peel off because this really increases cell turnover. So like I had like a dark spot there, like some sun damage up here. I don't have as many of these little whitehead guys, thankfully. I don't really see any except for that one, a couple down here. Okay, day 4, my face at least doesn't look like it's been hit with a meat cleaver, so that's good. I do just look like really, really chapped, and as you can see in this different lighting, it's super dry and starting to flake, and the hyperpigmentation that's like underneath, I guess, is starting to come up because it just looks like I have like really bad melasma pretty much everywhere. I'm breaking out a little bit and just super, super dry. So this is day 5. My skin is obviously starting to look more and more normal. You can see the hyperpigmentation pretty bad there. You can see that really weird sandpaper texture is starting to go away. But I am starting to purge pretty bad, and I got a couple of breakouts overnight. So that's all coming up, which is so great. So this is day 6, and you can tell that my skin is looking way less dry, a little bit more normal, not 100%, but a little bit better. This is later that same day without anything on, and it's definitely dry. It comes and goes in waves, but I am trusting the process. This is officially a week after I got my PRP microneedling facial. It is officially the Friday after the Friday. I think I missed yesterday, but it looked honestly the same as the day before. Maybe just like a little less flaky and a little bit more dehydrated looking, honestly. I do have makeup on today. I forgot to film without it, but you can still see my skin texture. Let me just actually pick this up so you guys can see. You won't actually see the final results from PRP microneedling. Like you can see like the healed, like I'm not flaking anymore or like obviously beet red. But you won't actually see the like final results or the benefits from it until apparently 6 months after. And that makes sense, I guess, because, collagen production in your skin and all that jazz. But you can kind of see it still did, if anything, my skin, oh yeah, you can kind of see. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. At this point, I don't see that much of a difference than before. Maybe a little teeny tiny bit in regards to like my texture. Actually, you know what? I lied. Definitely this side where I had a lot of texture is immensely better, like a lot better. I did notice that already. This side still has like, I think I told her to specifically go deeper on this side. So this side did not get as much like aggressive microneedling. And so I can still see, like, I wish I would have done the same on this side because now I feel like it's the worse on this side than this side. But I'll wait and see what it looks like in a couple of months. I did have a ginormous cystic pimple that popped up afterwards. I think it honestly just brought all the shit that was underneath my skin to the surface. So I'm still treating that guy. And I just love that for me because as soon as I'm getting rid of the hyperpigmentation, etc., something else pops up that will give me hyperpigmentation. So this is the qualms of skin treatments where you're gonna have to get them for forever or else you're just gonna have new stuff pop up, but it depends on your skin and what you're treating. But like my forehead texture looks pretty good. I feel like my skin is still a little like dehydrated. Today I put on like 3 layers of toner, like the hydrating toner I've been using, moisturizer, all the things. So my skin is definitely dry still, but not as flaky, and it looks fairly normal, honestly. Yeah, definitely some of the hyperpigmentation is definitely lifted off already, or that was my healing path from it, getting a week ago, and it only lasted like really bad for like a couple days for me. Some people go right away to wearing makeup like 24 hours to 48 hours later. I didn't feel comfortable wearing makeup until like 3 or 4 days later. So just go with whatever your skin needs, I guess, whatever feels good to you. But yeah, I mean, I did get lots of compliments. People were like, your skin looks like, what did you have done? Your skin looks extra glowy. So people can tell I had something done. Sorry, allergies. It went away. Okay, never mind. But like I said, I guess we'll see in 6 months. I'm supposed to get another, I got a series of 3. So like my next one is supposed to be 4 to 8 weeks from now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the books because I definitely want to see the results after like the 3, because if it's this after the first one, in like 3, it's gonna be probably where I want it to be. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you have other skincare suggestions, like treatments, like lasers, tell me all the things I should do, and I will try to get my hands on it. Bye.